Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is MagdalineJanet. If you're new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Insta because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to my oldies but goodies. You guys, I didn't film yesterday and I'm like feeling like I missed out on something. I have the Maybelline plump lip thingy on and oh my god, my lips are feeling spicy. So we got some new serum concealers. The rage on serum concealers has been a thing, I feel like, for a year now. They're not my favorite type of concealer because I love a full coverage concealer. I need all the pigment to cover all of this. These look very similar to what the foundation is. This foundation, remember, it released last year. It's not my favorite foundation, so let's see how the concealers work. I have two shades. I have 3W1 and 2C2. One is a little warmer, number 3, and 2 is a little bit lighter. The packaging is nice. It's like your typical Laura Mercier packaging, and on the back it says Real Flawless. That's cute. That's what this foundation's called, yeah. The Real Flawless. Oh, look at this doe foot. It looks like it would be a metal doe foot. You see that shape? See how it has that like angle going up? Let's see, let's swatch. It does look like a serum concealer. Other shade. It has some good texture, I will say. It's pretty thick. This is 3W1 and 2C2. You can see the clear differences. This one's super light, maybe too light. Let's let this dry down. When it dries down, we can really see what kind of texture it is. So you already know how I feel about texture. Makeup should have good texture. That's what gives us coverage. That's what gives us blendability. Oh my god, blendability and all that jazz. Let's start here. Oh, I already added my eye cream, the Believe and the Bobbi Brown. It's my usual eye cream I always wear. I don't ever try anything new, especially when I'm trying out concealer, because you just never know. We're gonna do one eye and see what this coverage is looking like. It is very serum-esque, but it's not lightweight and thin. It has a good amount of pigment. That's always a good thing. Let's let this dry and see. Maybe I shouldn't let it dry too much. Let's see. Using this House Labs brush. You know I love this thing. When I blend, I just tap. I don't move around. I'm just tapping. This way you just leave it exactly where you placed it. I really like this shade. I think it's really good. Thought it would be too deep, but maybe not. Let's see. Ooh, pretty nice. Oh wow, that's good. Okay, a little lightweight. I feel like we should build a little. It's lightweight but pigmented. That's what it is. It is creasing, but we do know every single concealer will crease. The creasing really happens. It's like two things. Depending how much you crease, and it depends the texture on the concealer. Thicker textured concealers tend to kind of get into those fine lines a little bit better. It doesn't look as bad. But nonetheless, concealers are going to crease. I'm gonna add this, and you know what I want to do now? Let this really dry. Give it like 30 seconds. So my hands swatch so far, you see it's very hydrating here. It has not dried down at all. Anytime you use a brush, especially a very dense brush, if you're blending out your concealer, I would say to clean it when you apply a second layer, just so you don't have gunk building because there's already product there. Letting it dry is key. Good tip for this particular concealer because we can see it doesn't really fully dry down like matte. Look at this before and after. What you think? I like this. This looks good. Something about this smoothness, it's like so nice. Let's try shade 2C2. This eye, we are going to let this dry down. Because of the texture, I think that's the best way. You're gonna get the best result with this. Typically, serum concealers, they're lighter weight than a full coverage. It's like the texture is not as thick than a full coverage. Depending on the type of serum concealer, it could be thicker, it could be thinner. Those are kind of like the main differences of a full coverage and a serum-like. Serum-like will always have a very lightweight feel. Always. Curious, I want to touch. It didn't dry down thick like a serum like I was expecting. You see, they're still very hydrated and very movable. They don't really dry down completely, which is kind of good because it's movable. And then on this side, I'm going to blend out with my damp sponge. Sponge will also give you a much lighter coverage. If you ever feel like you have a concealer that's super pigmented and you're like, oh, it could be a little bit too much, you can always blend it out with a sponge and it will definitely sheer it out. I like to blend out serum concealers with a brush, more full coverage concealers with a sponge. So let's see como va aquí. This is nice. It's doing this like smoothing business creasiness here. I don't know how to describe it. I have a lot of creasing like right here, and I think it's just that pigment really laying well onto the skin. Let's build this bad boy aquí. This is where I have the darkness and then that dip. As I let my concealer dry down, I'm gonna get my Maybelline powder. We're gonna set it up just so I could get right up on in there, and I'm going to press this in so we apply it nice and evenly to the under eyes. Let's blend. You see the hydration, you see the pigment, you don't really see texture there. You see a little more here because it's a lighter shade. It is creasy, but it looks so nice and hydrated. We're gonna blend this out. We're gonna press this in. Do the same. We're gonna press here. I'm not gonna bake, so I'm just gonna press this out, still making sure to get all those creases and everything. And I'll look up and then look straight ahead. Powders will always help the situation out. It shouldn't hurt the situation out. So you see how the lids, they look nice and smooth? Looks really good. You see that? Darkness peeking through? No. I also like to use a very light setting powder. I like the highlighted look. I just want to show you without the lights on. It looks good. I like this coverage. So it is 9:30. You guys know we're gonna do an all-day wear test. Feeling a little short. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Concealer's looking good. Surprisingly, 3W is looking a little bit better because it's deeper, it's warmer. That warm shade, it's a little yellow, so it does color correct the type of darkness I have. The light powder, I think it's like a perfect combo. This one looks good, but you see this darkness peeking through. It's because the shade's a little bit too light. Therefore, it kind of creates this gray cast because it's not doing the color correcting. It's concealing okay. The powder is doing more of the heavy lifting. That happens. We did use a sponge with this one, so we don't get as much coverage. It probably would look better if I had used this. The lids look really good. Skin warmth is kind of at work. You do see a little bit of texture. I don't see any creasing. It looks pretty smooth here. That's always important. I do have creasy under eyes. Definitely this side's my jam right now. I'm kind of liking it. My lip combo is this one from L'Oreal 420 Le Rouge Paris, and just like a burgundy lip liner. And yeah, okay. Bye. Look at this cobija, all messy. Okay, this is 3WL. You see how good that looks? This is 2C. The darkness you can see. Oh wow, yeah, okay. A lot of times the darkness is not the concealer, it's the actual shade. And here in daylight view, you can really see how good a concealer is. Okay, this side's fly. Oh, hello, I'm back. It is 8 o'clock, you guys. I don't know how long we've had them on. 10 hours at least, right? You know, I got some footage for you at around, I think, close to 4 o'clock to show you. And honestly, this coverage was looking really good. On the left side is the 3W shade, the shade I really liked. It looked really good. Coverage was great. No creasing, nothing fading. The other side, which was 2C2, looking good too. A little more highlighted, but I do still see a little bit of that darkness peeking through. Nonetheless, both sides look pretty good. It's been 11 hours. Okay. Ooh, look, we have creasing on the side with the sponge and the lighter shade side versus this one's really smooth, the 3W one. That darkness is here. It's been here. It's one of those fangs. Lids are looking good. This side just looks better. This one definitely creased a lot more than this one. Concealers typically do crease, but once you set it, it shouldn't be that creasy. That's very telling. I don't think this concealer works with the sponge, which is why this side is not as strong as this side. I'm pleasantly surprised, especially because I didn't like this. You guys know we'll be here tomorrow early in the AM. See you tomorrow. Bye. I am back for day number 2. Every time I review, day number 2 is going to be a little bit different. Today, let's use a eye corrector. Not a corrector, what am I saying? An eye primer for like the lids. So let's use it in the under eyes. It's sticky, makes that concealer stick down. Let's let it dry for like 15 seconds. The shade 3W1. Yesterday, this was just such a better shade. Right here. You know, like all the places here. Now, I always like to start from the bottom. Gives the concealer some time to dry. Oh, this is pretty. Wow, look at this coverage. This before and after. Wow, this side is looking really good. It's funny, like when I put this under eye primer on, immediately there's a lot of creasing. It helps the most how it wears, not necessarily initial application. So right now it looks funky, but we're gonna fix it. On the other eye, we color correct with Huda Beauty's color corrector. Oh my gosh, I just saw this morning that she's releasing pink color corrector. You always want to let any liquids dry. Sometimes you don't have to give it too much time, but any dry time helps for it to stick down and kind of stay in place. Therefore, you get a little more coverage. With a corrector, I like to blend out with a sponge because it will sheer it out nicely. Ooh. Ooh. On top of that color corrector, the new Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Serum Concealer retails for $33. It comes in 22 shades. This is a weightless serum infused multitasking concealer that quickly brightens, hydrates, and smooths while providing medium coverage, up to 16-hour wear time, and a natural finish. The highlighted ingredients is Hydrolipid Matrix, delivers immediate time-releasing hydration. Paracress extract firms and smooths the look and feel of skin. Camellia seed and cacao extract defends against environmental stressors. Do you see a difference? I kind of like this side still. I feel like this concealer works well on its own. Maybe a little more brightness. As we let this dry, I want to tell you what I was thinking about last night. I want to experiment with both of these powders. This one you guys saw I just reviewed. I like how it set my under eyes, but I don't like that it darkened it a little bit. Setting here and then baking with this one, especially trying out a new concealer. It's not new to us because it's already day 2. We know it works well. Let's blend. See that? This side looks a little smoother. You see right there versus here? They look good. They both look good. Let's turn off the lights. Hydration in this serum concealer is really nice. We see it creasing on both sides, but we know I'm a creasy gal. Let's do the little Mickey Mouse. We're going to... Anytime I set my under eyes, I like to set them very quickly. I'm gonna set under eyes first. As you look up, you're going to set your under eyes up, look straight ahead. This way you get all those creases. I'm lying. Let's do the lids too. Look, I'm already nervous. I'm dropping things. This powder, what I really, oh my God, I can't speak either. What I really love about it, it's not too matte. It smooths out very well. It's like magic. I've never seen a powder that isn't matte, that has like a sheen to it, that sets the under eyes so well. Personally, like a highlighted under eye. There's not too much here. I don't want to bake, so I'm gonna start just pressing this powder in. Let's see. I just ran my nail. Ow. Oh yeah. This provides such smoothness. The Sephora collection powder. Under eyes look good. I'm still feeling this side better. It is $8.50 BRB. How are these under eyes looking? You know what? Let's look. It's been maybe now like 20 minutes since we've had it on. This eye is just looking better. You see how it's much smoother? Here we have a little bit of creasing. My lashes look long, but okay, let's focus. Really, really good. Smooth. I do like the concoction we mixed. I'm not as bright as I usually am when I use the Maybelline powder by itself. Matte powders, they tend to like stick down a little bit more. Sheen powders just melt into the skin. You know, sometimes those matte powders can kind of just sit on top of the skin. I've been using 2 mascaras recently. Today I have this one on. It's the Man Eater. It's the brown shade. The Panorama mascara. I put it on my lower lashes. Oh my God, my nose is running. I hate when my nose runs because it can mess up my makeup. LA Girl lip liner chocolate, you know that's the vibe. Cinnamon roll from NYX. I like this. Let's go in front of the window. Ooh, these under eyes look really good. Also, daylight just changes the game. So this is the primer side. Let me look up. You see that? Look at the lid. Here's the corrector side. I do see like there's some darkness still peeking through here. And this side, it's probably because, you know, that primer is sticky. The product is now stuck onto the eye area, which I'm not mad about, okay? Yeah, this side's just, ooh. Back, it is 6:07. We've had the concealer on all day, but you know I got you some footage at around 3 o'clock to show you how both sides were looking. The side with the primer looking great. I didn't see any creasing, very, very smooth. The other side with the corrector, also really good. Actually, I think Skin Warmth really, really helped it out. It's been about, I think 10, close to 11 hours. It worked out extremely, extremely well considering I did not like this foundation. I tried it multiple times. It just did not work for my skin. But look at this. How beautiful the lids look. You don't see a lot of texture. Mind you, it's been 10 hours. I haven't touched anything up. You see how smooth that is? We didn't start off great, remember? Because it's sticky. But look at this longevity. And here, damn, this looks good too. Look at color corrector. We see darkness. Nope. Under eyes look super fresh too. It doesn't look like anything's fading. You guys already know this is a yes for me. This is up there with my Tower 28 serum concealers because I just love how pigmented, how blendable, how long lasting this worked. And it worked so well both days, the different types of ways I used it. So you know this is a versatile product. And guess what? I don't look gastada. Look, we look fresh. A little radiant, but you know, a little radiance never hurt nobody. Laura Mercier did the damn thing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and spending a little bit of your day with me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.